Anime has rules. Genres come with expectations, formulas get repeated, and most shows play it safe. But every once in a while, a series comes along that ignores those rules completely, changing how a genre works, how stories are told, or what audiences expect from anime itself. This isn't a list of the best anime. It's a list of the anime that took risks, divided audiences, and pushed the medium forward. These are 10 anime that broke the mold. Neon Genesis Evangelion. Neon Genesis Evangelion broke the mold by asking a question anime had avoided for decades. What would piloting a giant robot actually do to a child? Instead of power fantasies, it gave us anxiety, depression, and emotional paralysis. Battles weren't about victory, they were about survival and self-loathing. The show dismantled the heroic mecha archetype and replaced it with deeply flawed, traumatized characters. And its refusal to provide clear answers or comforting resolutions permanently changed what audiences expected anime to be. Evangelion proved that anime could be introspective, uncomfortable, and still unforgettable. Serial Experiments Lain. Serial Experiments Lain broke the mold by refusing to explain itself. Long before social media anxiety became mainstream, it explored digital identity, online consciousness, and the fragmentation of the self. The show abandons traditional structure, clear exposition, and emotional reassurance. Viewers aren't guided, they're dropped into the experience and forced to interpret meaning on their own. Lain transformed anime into something closer to experimental philosophy than entertainment, proving the medium could challenge, alienate, and still resonate deeply. Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop broke the mold by treating anime like cinema. Instead of rigid genre rules, it blended jazz, noir, westerns, and sci-fi into a stylish, episodic series where mood mattered more than plot. Many episodes don't advance the story at all. They explore loneliness, regret, and characters running from their pasts. It proved anime didn't need constant escalation or exposition to be compelling. Bebop showed the world that anime could feel timeless, mature, and effortlessly cool. Puella Magi, Madoka, Magica. Madoka Magica broke the mold by weaponizing expectations. It looks like a cute magical girl anime, until it reveals the cost of hope, contracts, and sacrifice. Instead of empowerment, it delivers inevitability and despair. The series dismantles the genre's optimism and asks whether heroism is just another form of exploitation. By turning innocence into horror, Madoka permanently changed how magical girl anime and genre deconstruction as a whole would be approached. Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan broke the mold by refusing to stay the same show. What begins as a survival horror about humanity versus monsters evolves into a brutal political and moral war story. Heroes become villains, enemies become victims, and no ideology is left unchallenged. The series constantly shifts perspective, forcing viewers to question who they're rooting for and why. It proved that mainstream anime could grow darker, more complex, and more morally uncomfortable over time. Mononoke. Mononoke broke the mold visually and structurally. Its art style rejects modern anime aesthetics entirely, drawing from traditional Japanese painting and theater. Each arc is a psychological mystery, where the solution isn't combat, but understanding truth, motive, and emotion. Action is secondary to atmosphere and symbolism. Mononoke showed that anime could be experimental art, beautiful, unsettling, and intellectually demanding, without sacrificing storytelling. One Punch Man. One Punch Man broke the mold by ending the power fantasy before it even begins. Saitama is already the strongest, and that's the problem. The series satirizes shonen tropes, power scaling, dramatic monologues, endless training arcs, while still delivering stunning action. Beneath the comedy is an existential question. What happens when achieving your dream leaves you empty? It reinvented parody by being both a critique and one of the best action anime of its time. Fooly Cooly. Fooly Cooly broke the mold by embracing chaos as storytelling. With just 6 episodes, it throws logic out the window in favor of raw emotion, absurd imagery, and metaphor-heavy visuals. On the surface, it's nonsense, but underneath, it's one of the most honest depictions of adolescence in anime. Fully Coolly proved that coherence isn't always necessary, and that emotional truth can matter more than narrative clarity. The Apothecary Diaries. The Apothecary Diaries breaks the mold by being quietly radical. Instead of power fantasies or sweeping romance, it gives us Mao Mao, a protagonist who survives on intelligence, medical knowledge, and sharp observation. She doesn't want to change the world or win someone's heart. She just wants to solve problems and stay alive. What really sets the series apart is how it handles mystery. There's no magic or destiny here. Every case is solved through logic, chemistry, and an understanding of the human body. In a genre that often romanticizes royal life, The Apothecary Diaries exposes how cruel and disposable people, especially women and servants, really are within these systems. Even the male lead doesn't hijack the story. He has power, but Mao Mao has agency. It proves anime doesn't need explosions or grand speeches to be gripping, just trust in smart writing and a protagonist who refuses to play her assigned role. Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man broke the mold by rejecting ambition as a virtue. Most shonen protagonists dream big, but Denji just wants food, comfort, and affection. The series blends nihilism, dark humor, and cinematic direction to portray a world where dreams are transactional and easily exploited. Violence isn't heroic. It's messy and empty. Chainsaw Man feels like shonen filtered through burnout and disillusionment, redefining what modern action anime can say about desire and meaning. Anime doesn't evolve because of bigger budgets or better animation. It evolves when creators take risks. Every series on this list broke the mold by refusing to play it safe, by questioning the rules of its genre, and by trusting the audience to keep up. Some of these shows were divisive, some were uncomfortable, and some weren't fully appreciated until years later. But that's the point. Anime that changes the medium rarely looks like success at first. So whether these shows redefined a genre, challenged how stories are told, or simply proved anime could be something more, their impact is still being felt today. If you think we missed one that broke the mold, drop it in the comments. And if you enjoyed this list, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.